There's a place in Texas where time doesn't just pass, it gets buried. Route 66, the Mother Road. Every morning, that same asphalt stretches into nothing. Faded signs promising cities that don't exist anymore. You can still smell it, hot rubber on summer pavement, desert sage, the metallic taste of dust. My grandfather drove this road in 1952, said it felt like driving into the future. He never told me what he was driving away from. 10 Cadillacs, buried nose down in Texas dirt like they dove from heaven and never came back up. The metal is hot, always hot. Your hand against a tail fin, you feel decades of strangers who touched this exact spot. Their fingerprints mixed with yours in layers of spray paint. Sarah loves Mike, 1987, crossed out. Sarah plus David, 1989, also crossed out. Just Sarah, 2003, now, alone. Every name is a gravestone. Every message is a prayer to a God that doesn't answer. Watch them. The old couples who drive hundreds of miles just to stand here, touch the metal, say almost nothing. Because some goodbyes don't happen in cemeteries. Some happen on highways, in vehicles pointed in directions we never wanted to go. And some goodbyes never happen at all. They just rust, slowly, half-buried, waiting. April 9th, 1965, Houston, Texas. The future opens its doors. Families arrive in station wagons, Ford Galaxies, Chevrolet Impalas with tail fins like rocket ships. Everyone dressed like they're going to church. But they're not praying for salvation. They're witnessing a miracle made of steel and 9,500 tons of air conditioning. The eighth wonder of the world. That's what they called it. Imagine you're 7 years old, 1965. You've never seen anything bigger than your small-town church. You walk through those doors and... sky, indoors, baseball, under a ceiling, grass that isn't real. The air is cold, impossibly cold. You've never been this cold in Texas. And the sound, 45,000 people breathing together in artificial climate. Children pointed at the field like they'd seen the future. They had no idea what they were really looking at. The peak, the absolute pinnacle of American confidence, the moment before everything started to fall. Row 24, Section 107. A family pressed together in orange stadium seats. They share popcorn from a striped box. The mother smiles, really smiles. Not the tight smile she wears at home when the bills arrive. Real, released, relief. Because for once, the future felt certain. Air conditioning would save us. Technology would solve every problem. Domes would protect us from every storm. Certainty is a drug, and we were all addicts. But every high ends. And the crash is always worse than we imagine. Parker, Texas, just north of Dallas. Late afternoon light turning everything golden. A ranch, one ranch, among thousands of ranches. Land that held no secrets. Land that couldn't possibly matter to anyone. A camera crew arrives. They're filming a television show, a nighttime soap opera, drama about oil and family and betrayal. Just another TV show. There are hundreds. But within 2 years, 350 million people across 90 countries will know this ranch better than their own backyards. When did strangers become more real than the people sleeping next to us? Friday night, March 21st, 1980, 9 p.m. Central Time. The glow of television sets in every living room across America. That particular blue-white glow that painted faces ghost pale in the dark. TV dinners cooling on folding trays. Static electricity between channels. Shag carpet. Wood paneling. Ashtrays on every surface. Everyone pressed together on the couch. Father's arms stretched across the back. Mother leaning in. Children squeezed between them, sharing warmth. Teenagers on the edge, pretending not to care, but watching anyway. Bodies touching, shoulders pressed. A family constellation held together by cushions and television light. When did we stop living our own stories? When did we decide that other people's drama was more interesting than our own? Because something was about to happen. something that would stop the nation. A fictional bullet was about to wound everyone watching. November 21st, 1980. 8 months after the question was asked. Who shot JR? Who shot JR? Strangers arguing in grocery store lines, betting pools in office break rooms, newspapers screaming headlines like it's war, Vegas taking odds like it's a sporting event, 83 million Americans watching, together, simultaneously. A fictional bullet, a fictional man, a fictional ranch, and yet, we chose to care. We chose it. In a world where real bullets killed real people every day, we chose to obsess over fiction. Was it escape? Or was it the only way we knew how to feel anymore? Because somewhere between the Astrodome and Dallas, we stopped believing the future was real. So we built fake ones, and lived there instead. September, Dallas. The smell arrives before you see the gates. Fried everything, corn dogs sizzling, funnel cake sugar crystallizing, cotton candy dissolving the moment it touches your tongue, carousel music warbling through blown speakers, children screaming on the tilt-a-whirl, bells ringing when someone wins a stuffed animal they'll abandon by the parking lot. The State Fair of Texas, where families came to forget. Forget the bills, forget the job, forget that tomorrow always arrives too soon. Forget that nothing lasts forever. But not yet. 52 feet tall, a giant built from Army surplus and desperation. Big Tex. 1952, originally a Santa Claus, repurposed, rebuilt, reborn. Children tilt their heads back until their necks ache. Parents snap photos with cameras that whir and click. Big Tex waves, same motion. Big Tex smiles, same grin. Every year, every fair, for 60 years. He watches 2 million people pass beneath him annually. He sees children grow into teenagers, into parents, into grandparents. He sees the same families, generation after generation. But did you ever wonder what he was really saying? That wave, that smile. It's not a greeting, it's a goodbye. Come back next year, he's saying. If you can. October 19th, 2012. Big Tex burns. Electrical fire. 60 years of paint and fiber igniting in seconds. They rebuilt him. They always rebuild. But is it the same? Is anything? 3 generations walking the fairgrounds. Grandfather's hand, spotted with age, rough with labor. Father's hand, on his son's shoulder. Son's hand, sticky with cotton candy, reaching for everything. They walk the same path grandfather walked in 1955, past the same livestock barns, past the same mechanical rides, past the same games of chance. Grandfather walks slower now, father walks patient, son runs wild. Because that's the deal. The young don't see the old disappearing, until they become the old. And then they understand. 3 generations, 1 evening, pretending nothing will ever end. They were wrong. But God, isn't it beautiful that they tried? August 11th, 1965. North Park Center opens its doors. Polished floors reflecting fluorescent lights like indoor sky. Air conditioning cold enough to make June feel like January. Modern art hanging where crosses used to hang. This isn't a store. This is a temple. But what God lives here? The God of newness, the God of more. The promise that if you buy enough, become enough, own enough, you'll finally be enough. Somewhere between the Astrodome and this moment, we stopped building cathedrals to God and started building them to ourselves. Was this progress? Or just a prettier cage? Peak Mall. Department stores that smell like perfume and ambition. Counters where women call you honey and mean it. Lunch spots where first kisses happen near the fountain. Record stores where you can listen before you buy. Everything you needed, all in one place. Music, food, fashion, friends, future. The mall wasn't just shopping, it was the last public square. The last place all of us, rich and poor, young and old, every color, every class, existed in the same space. Together. For a few hours on Saturday, We were one people. And then, the same mall, years later, sunlight cutting through skylights like it's searching for something lost, dust particles floating, footsteps echoing. Too loud, wrong. Where did everyone go? Online, home, isolated, alone, ordering from screens, avoiding eye contact, empty storefronts, for lease signs where connection used to be. The fountain still runs. No one throws coins anymore. No one makes wishes. We wanted convenience. We got loneliness. We wanted efficiency. We got isolation. We wanted everything delivered. We got exactly what we ordered, and we can't return it. Texas sunset, painting highways gold, casting long shadows over stadiums that crumbled, fairgrounds that faded, malls that emptied, roads that lead nowhere now. We buried Cadillacs, built domes, watched TV shows, waved at giants, walked through temples of consumption. We documented everything, photographed everything, remembered everything. But here's what no one tells you about nostalgia. It's not about what we lost. It's about realizing we never owned it in the first place. Those moments, the road trip with your hand out the window, the baseball game in perfect cold, the TV show you watched with your whole family, the fair with your grandfather, the mall with your first love. You thought you were living them, but you were only borrowing them from time, from change, from the inevitable march of everything toward entropy. Texas remembers, even when we forget. The land remembers the Cadillacs we buried, the domes we abandoned, the giants we built, the temples we emptied. And somewhere, on a highway outside Amarillo, an old couple stands in silence, touching rusted metal, not saying what they're remembering, because some things don't have words. They only have weight, and we carry them until we can't.